Hollywood is no stranger to shocking headlines. But what if I told you that one of its most revered legends was discovered dead, alongside his wife, under circumstances so eerie that even the most seasoned investigators are left scratching their heads? Gene Hackman, the powerhouse actor behind unforgettable performances in The French Connection and Unforgiven, and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were found lifeless in their New Mexico home last week. What authorities uncovered has raised chilling questions that no one saw coming. If you assumed this was just another tragic farewell to a Hollywood icon, think again. The inconsistencies in the timeline and the unsettling evidence suggest something far more disturbing. Stay with me, because this story is far from what you'd expect, and the truth might just leave you speechless. On February 26, 2025, the entertainment world was shaken to its core when news broke that Gene Hackman, 95, and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, 64, were discovered in their Santa Fe residence. At first glance, it seemed like a case of natural causes, an elderly couple simply passing away in their home. But the moment investigators arrived, the situation took a sinister twist. It was the maintenance workers, concerned after days of silence, who stumbled upon the grim scene. Yet, what they found inside was anything but normal. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office quickly flagged a troubling discrepancy. While Hackman's body showed signs of a recent passing, Betsy's remains were in an advanced state of decomposition, suggesting she had died days before her husband. This bizarre timeline has turned what seemed like a private tragedy into a full-fledged mystery. Sheriff Mar Rodriguez addressed the media, his words carrying the weight of something much more complex than the public initially suspected. We are conducting a thorough investigation into the deaths of Mr. Hackman and Ms. Arakawa. Given Mr. Hackman's stature, we understand the public interest, but our priority is to follow the evidence. Suspicious circumstances, no forced entry, no external trauma, yet something didn't add up. What really happened inside that secluded home? Adding to the mystery, Gene's daughter from his first marriage, Leslie Hackman, came forward with an emotional statement that only deepened the confusion. According to her, her father was in excellent health, defying expectations for a man in his mid-90s. There was absolutely no indication that anything was wrong, she told reporters, her voice unsteady. Dad was remarkably active. He did Pilates, yoga, even went on regular walks. He was sharp, witty, and still had that commanding presence we all admired. This just doesn't make sense. Leslie's words painted a picture of a man who wasn't fading away, but rather thriving in his later years. Equally puzzling was the deep, unwavering bond Gene and Betsy shared. Their love story was an anomaly in Hollywood, a 30-year marriage built on loyalty and companionship. Leslie made it clear that Betsy wasn't just Gene's wife. She was his rock, his confidant, the person who ensured he remained strong and vibrant for decades. I give all the credit to Betsy for keeping Dad alive and thriving for so long. She was his advocate, his best friend. They were inseparable. So how could something like this happen to them? Betsy Arakawa, while not as publicly recognized as her legendary husband, had carved her own path as a gifted classical pianist. Friends described her as a woman of immense intelligence, grace, and quiet strength. She was the perfect counterpart to Gene's intense energy, often guiding him through life's toughest decisions, including his choice to step away from acting in 2004. Hollywood's demands never suited him, and with Betsy's support, he found peace in a simpler life, away from the limelight. But was that peaceful life shattered by something no one saw coming? As investigators continue to piece together the timeline, one question looms large. How could Betsy have passed away days before Gene? Yet no one, not even their closest friends or family, knew anything was amiss. If Gene was in such excellent health, why did he seemingly pass away right after his wife? Was it a tragic case of a broken heart, or is there a darker truth waiting to be uncovered? For now, authorities remain tight-lipped, with autopsy results pending and no clear answers in sight. But one thing is certain: this is no ordinary Hollywood goodbye. There's more to this story than meets the eye, and as new details emerge, they could change everything we thought we knew about Gene Hackman's final days. The timeline surrounding their deaths has now become the epicenter of the investigation, leaving authorities with more questions than answers. Preliminary findings suggest that Betsy may have passed away several days before Gene, but the circumstances surrounding their final moments remain clouded in uncertainty. Did Gene, heartbroken over the sudden loss of his beloved wife, simply give up? Or was there an unseen factor inside their home that contributed to their tragic fate? His performances will forever be etched in cinematic history, but his greatest role may have been the life he built away from Hollywood, proving that true fulfillment comes not from accolades, but from authenticity. The questions surrounding his final days may linger, but one thing is undeniable: his impact will never fade. And there you have it, an unfolding mystery, a Hollywood icon, and a legacy that refuses to fade. Gene Hackman wasn't just a legendary actor. He was a storyteller, a craftsman, and a man who chose authenticity over fame. His passing leaves behind more questions than answers. But one thing is certain: his impact on cinema and those who knew him will never be forgotten. What do you think about this shocking turn of events? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's celebrate Gene Hackman's incredible career. Tell us your favorite movie or scene of his that left a mark on you. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest celebrity investigations. We've got some jaw-dropping Hollywood secrets coming up, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Until then, remember, true legends never truly fade. They live on in the stories they leave behind. See you in the next one.